Hi everyone and welcome. My name is Klaudia Sikorska and this is Pulse of Culture. The Jewish Culture Festival is an annual event that takes place in various locations around the world. Since Saturday, the Warsaw edition has been already underway. It is an event that is both about preserving the memory of the rich Jewish heritage in Poland and about showcasing vibrant contemporary Jewish culture.
Singers Warsaw is a place where people of different cultures, nationalities, and religions meet. Tradition meets modernity, and bridges between cultures are built for the 21st time.
The whole event originated in Warsaw. It's called the Isaac Bashevis Singer Festival of Jewish Culture. It's named after Nobel Prize winner Isaac Bashevis Singer, who was born in Poland, but then emigrated to the US, where he wrote in Yiddish about Poland. So it's a really interesting mix.
I think this festival brings the past to life every year and fills the city with energy, which is amazing.
The Warsaw edition officially kicked off with a concert from the audience's favorite, cantor Yankov Yankee Lemmer from New York.
For us, this is an important festival because it's not just a festival about a non-existent Warsaw, but about the living Warsaw, which is bubbling, which is emerging from the earth, which is what it was like before the war.
Literature lovers can look forward to important book premieres and meetings with writers and translators. After that, it's worth checking out the theater program, where artists will try to recreate the atmosphere and feeling of pre-war Jewish theaters.
Circus Kafka, the play in which I debuted in at the Jewish Theatre, tells how Franz Kafka was inspired by Jewish theatres. This spirit is still present in the Jewish theatre.
But that's not all. The Museum of the History of Polish Jews has also prepared its own program.
Poland invites you to the exhibition Po-Żydowskie. From Singers Warsaw, we moved to Opatów, or rather to Apt, in the Świętokrzyskie province. There were about 1,000 such shtetls. After the war, memory of them vanished. Our guide is the extraordinary painter Meyer Kirschenblatt.
The festival's audience can look forward to many interesting events, such as Jewish cuisine workshops, paper cutting, walks, a dance party, and even a klezmer concert. One of the festival's stars will be Era Malikian, an internationally renowned Spanish violinist and composer of Armenian descent born in Lebanon. He will perform on September 1st during the final concert of Singers Warsaw at the Grand Theatre National Opera.
Władysław Hasior, one of Poland's most influential 20th century artists, defied easy classification. Mixing surrealism, abstraction, and folk art, his work broke boundaries and redefined Polish art. You can explore his innovative creations at the Royal Castle in Warsaw.
The persistence of experience brings together the Polish artist's most notable works, loaned from museums and private collections, to showcase the scope of his remarkable oeuvre. Marking the 50th anniversary of the Royal Castle's reconstruction, the exhibition is a nod to Hasior's previous show at the castle, half a century ago.
The exhibit is divided into 9 parts. Each of these sections focuses not on a particular time period, as this is not a chronological exhibit, but rather on a particular issue. For example, the part Where Have Those Boys Gone showcases works dealing with themes of war and occupation.
Władysław Hasior, born in 1929, was a Polish sculptor, painter and set designer. He He graduated from the Warsaw Academy of Fine Arts in 1958 and subsequently moved to Zakopane, a town in the Polish Highlands. The local folklore would shape his unique artistic practice for his entire career. Combining his knowledge of current art movements with regional motifs, Hasior created distinctive, experimental works at the intersection of the modern and the traditional. His assemblages, found object sculptures, and dimensional paintings gained him great renown both in Poland and abroad, and his work continues to make an impression on international audiences, even after his death in 1999.
Jego prace znajdują się w zbiorach
Hasior's pieces can be found in both Polish and foreign museums, for example in Norway, Sweden and Denmark. His landscape sculptures can also be seen abroad. His most impressive and renowned sculpture is located in Södertälje, near Stockholm. It's the Scandinavian chariot created between 1972 and 76.
który powstawał w latach 72-76.
The persistence of experience emphasizes the timelessness of Hasior's work, both in terms of his eclectic formal practice and the subjects he explores within it. What's particularly interesting from today's perspective is Hasior's efforts to decentralize humanity and show it as a part of the natural world. He sheds traditional anthropocentrism and dismembers the human subject, sometimes literally, forcing the viewer to question their place in the ecosystem. Hasior's offbeat, sometimes disturbing art retains its impact even 50 years after its premiere exhibition, taking you from the Warsaw Royal Castle into the uncanny valley of the artist's imagination. Those up for the trip can visit the exhibit until September 8th.
The Andy Warhol Museum in Slovakia, the only one outside the United States to be dedicated to the artist, is currently undergoing renovations. The museum holds particular significance as the pop art icon had Slovak roots. The renovations are expected to be completed by the end of 2024.
We still have to add railings and have some final construction work to do, of a more dynamic nature, so to speak. 30 years ago, the tools were probably a little less accurate, so sometimes the measurements were off by as much as 30 centimetres. Then, of course, the original construction workers had to look for compromises. But I think you can see. Is it visible on that building? Multimedia elements are simply an integral element of the project, and we cannot imagine that they would not be part of the opening of the museum. We are adding accommodation capacity and other amenities in Medzilibors. The baths are already completed and a swimming pool is being built.
The 30th Sarajevo Film Festival concluded on Friday. The event showcased movies from across southeastern Europe, offering a platform for filmmakers from the region. Let's take a look at how this year's edition unfolded.
Over the course of a week, the Sarajevo Film Festival showed 235 pictures, 57 of which were premiere screenings. The festival featured a diverse range of films from southeastern Europe, Ukraine, and the South Caucasus, focusing on new voices and original stories in cinema.
The Sarajevo Film Festival is an event that has been growing for years, and each year it becomes more significant, gaining a stronger position on the global map of events.
At the opening ceremony, Palestinian director, screenwriter and actor Elias Suleiman received the honorary Heart of Sarajevo. He was recognized for his outstanding contributions to cinema. He gave a masterclass in which he shared his childhood stories, including dropping out of school at 16, his time with gangs in Nazareth, and his minimal exposure to film.
We need a heart of Sarajevo with what's going on around us in the world. Timely because we need to infuse tenderness that is lacking these days around the world, and to give cinema the importance of making the world less violent as it is today.
Sulejman was not the only one receiving the honorary Heart of Sarajevo. Hollywood star Meg Ryan was also awarded.
Mostly, I just feel so happy to be able to be here and thank you face to face for your example during the siege. Those stories about how this community came together, how you dodged bullets and risked your lives to go see films, to make music, to dance to music, to sing, to be together. I mean, you proved that art and culture are the resistance.
One of the movies that premiered at the festival was Mother Mara, directed by Mirjana Karanevich. The film tells the story of a successful businesswoman and a single mother who is devastated by the untimely death of her son. The festival concluded on August 23, when the Heart of Sarajevo Awards were presented for the best films, directors, actors, and other outstanding filmmakers from the region.
The Paris Olympics might be over, but moviegoers still have a chance to see the athletic rivalry on the big screen. The film Tatami, which has just been released in Poland, showcases the theme of political entanglement in sports with a story that focuses on the conflict between an Iranian judoka and the Israeli competitor.
Hello. Baba. چی بابا؟ مامورا اینجان. هر چی بهت میگن گوش کن تا برای هیچ کدومون دردسر پیش نیاد.
خان قبل از اینکه به فینال نزدیک بشی انصراف.
نه تظاهر میکنم مصدوم شدم، نه عمدن میبازم.
پیشنهاد نیستا.
She's getting threats to withdraw.
We can't officially offer her any help until she asks for it.
Fuck protocol.
من دیگه بازوچه دست اینا نمیشم.
من اینجا حواسم به همه چی هست.
خب میدونی که باید کار کنی. من تا تهش میرم. با منی یا نه؟ ها!
توی زن قوی وسوسه همشون برمیاد.
لیلا مرد. به خودت فکر کن. به خانوادت.
حسینی باید هر چیز رو
چطوری همه چی به هم ریخت؟
My name is Leila Hosseini. I am here to win the gold for my family, for my team, and for my country.
And that's all in today's episode. Hope you like it, and please join us next Sunday at the same time for another episode of Pulse of Culture.